Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 5. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynard, joined alongside our chief meteorologist Matt Laubon here shortly, getting a live look there in Tupelo. But we are tracking a beautiful forecast heading into your Thanksgiving holiday, and we are thankful that you have decided to join us this Wednesday evening for the latest on those conditions. So that cold gets even colder heading into our holiday. So waking up, heading out the door to some freezing temperatures across North Mississippi. But luckily, our Thanksgiving does stay dry, and our football forecast, well, that's staying pretty clear as well, but it will still be a cold forecast. Out tracking those temperatures right now is Matt, and of course, he's probably bundled up, and we'll have a live look with him right now in the Tupelo area.
Yeah, I'm out here at Room to Room here in Tupelo. We're going to be announcing the winner of the I'll Be Home for Christmas giveaway that they do every year. Just a touching story, and we'll talk to Miss Lisa Hawkins here about that here in a couple of minutes. One of the many ways, of course, they give back to the community in this season of giving and thankfulness. Just a really, really cool story, and we'll talk with her in a little more detail coming up about that here from the Room to Room location here in a couple minutes. But as you mentioned, we're out and about, and it certainly has been a chilly evening with temperatures that have struggled today in comparison to where they have been most of the week. I think if you're heading out this evening to maybe do some last second Thanksgiving plans, you definitely have to make sure to have that jacket on. Maybe gloves might be pushing it a little bit, but certainly as we go into your full forecast for Thanksgiving, Gabe, we expect it to be one where you definitely have to bundle up all the way. We'll talk more about that here in a couple of minutes. I know, of course, you're tracking the latest on what's going on outside at this point here. And we're going to talk, of course, with Miss Lisa about that winner here for their I'll Be Home for Christmas giveaway here from Room to Room in just a couple minutes. But live from West Tupelo, Gabe, I'm going to send that back to you at the end of the A block here. We're going to come back and talk with Miss Lisa about that in more detail.
Sweet. Well, that sounds good, Matt. And of course, you're staying indoors, staying warm in this forecast. That's a great place to be. Yeah. Hey, Room to Room IRL looking good and feeling good as well. Matt, we'll talk to you here in just a moment. All right, bringing it back here to the Room to Room Weather Center. You can see a beautiful forecast as well. But yes, those cold temperatures are really the big story heading overnight. 44 degrees by 6, falling off into the upper 30s already by 9 o'clock. A big provider in that is how clear things have been today, allowing some of that heat to radiate out. But it's really been that shift in the winds. You're still seeing not as breezy of conditions, but about, calm to 5 miles an hour into those overnight hours, still coming out of the north. And that's going to remain in the area into those overnight hours. And you can see the cold forecast that we're expecting here in North Mississippi, right above that freezing threshold. So make sure to have those layers on standby. You will definitely need it for your Thanksgiving forecast. Now, Caledonia, 52 degrees. We were talking about that dew point. This time yesterday, it was at 57. Tonight, 21 degrees. So it shows those drier conditions that are pushing in place, not just in Lowndes County, but even as we take a look a little bit more towards that northwest area in Crenshaw. 48 degrees dew point currently at 23. Beautiful sunset right there. But as we're looking up there towards the north, a little bit of cloud cover developing, not going to impact our forecast. Our skies stay clear. Might see a passing cloud here and there, but nothing going to prevent us from seeing that beautiful night sky this Thanksgiving Eve. Kosciuszko looking good as well. You do see that church right there in the middle of the screen. If you do have any of those midweek services, well, go ahead and thank the Lord for this great forecast, but also it's going to be a dry one for any of those plans as well, if it's at church or if it's anything getting out and about in the community. 54 degrees, dew point at 23. Not expecting any batch of moisture whatsoever. Our temperatures across the region reading 46 Oxford, 50 in Cleveland, 54 Kosciuszko like we just saw, and 50 in Hamilton, Alabama. So a cooler night than what we have been seeing. That temperature change anywhere from 10 to 15 to potentially even 20 degree difference from what we've seen this time yesterday. Yesterday, we told you it was the end of the 70s. Yeah, we were exactly right about that, and I hope you guys prepared and had those layers handy today. Had a sweatshirt on all day, now trading it out for the suit jacket, and it's been doing just fine helping me stay warm in this forecast. And again, I hope you guys are staying warm as well. And as we look at Mississippi Live Weather Radar, we could loop this back over the last 24 hours because we've not seen a drop. I mean, let's just go over the last 12, and you can see nothing has really happened over North Mississippi. We've stayed on the drier side of things, on the calmer side of things, and the big driver in that forecast is due to all of that moisture, even that cloud cover being pushed off towards the east, leaving us with dry conditions and clear skies for our Wednesday evening. Now, as we take a look at that surface analysis, you can definitely see that we are in this calmer pattern across North Mississippi. Let's expand this out here real quick. And as you can see, high pressure settling into the area, the cold front pushing a lot of that moisture up the Atlantic coast. So as this continues to build into North Mississippi, we will see those northerly winds driving in that colder and drier forecast. The folks up north definitely keeping that moisture. A lot of snowfall up there towards Michigan, so hopefully you don't have to travel up there. Look at travel impacts coming up at the 6 o'clock hour, but definitely tracking the calmer side of things right here in the southeast, as will be the case into our Thursday, our Thanksgiving Thursday, and Black Friday, and all the way into Small Business Saturday. Now, as we look at our Wednesday night, staying on the dry side once again, expanding this in, you can see some moisture does try to form there on the southern end of Arkansas. There's going to be some light rainfall, but not impacting us here in North Mississippi. A lot of that moisture remaining up there towards our north and northwest. None of that really getting into the area. I know there is some green popping up. It's an overestimate. We are not expecting anything in our area because you saw the dew points. You see how dry it is. Yeah, an uphill battle is an understatement when we're talking about that rainfall potential. So while it does try to show some rain in the forecast, no, we're staying dry overnight. At most, some partly cloudy conditions, but that's about it for what we'll see heading into our Thanksgiving holiday. But for anyone that's looking to get up early, get those turkeys cooking, or get those meals together, well, I hope you have that heat on because it's going to be a cold one getting out and about. 36 degrees by 6, 43 by 9, and 50 there towards noon. Not going to climb too much from there on out, so how it felt today going to be similar to how it'll feel this time tomorrow, and same thing for Friday and even into your weekend forecast. Of course, we'll be talking the latest details on that in just a moment. But Matt joining us again, talking to us about this great event happening there in Room to Room, proud sponsor that we're able to be a part of Room to Room. Of course, this is the Room to Room Weather Center. But Matt joining us live in Room to Room tonight. Matt, see the beautiful Christmas tree behind you. I know it's Small Business Saturday coming up. Just tell us a little bit about what's going on with Miss Lisa over there at Room to Room.
So they have been, I guess, doing this for years, a contest, I'll be home for Christmas,
Right.
and, announcing again the winner of that. And it's just such a sweet story.
It is a wonderful story. We had tons of applications, wonderful stories, but this one really was the one that touches your heart.
So tell me.
It's Alan Prost and his wife, Jenny Prost, been residents here for a long time. She's worked at the hospital and he's retired too, but he has cancer right now. And his dream was to be able to go to Kenosha, Wisconsin and see his brother one more time. They've not seen one another in a number of years. Al is the baby. His older brother, he was diagnosed the same day as Al.
Oh, man.
Mhm. And so we'll have the wheelchairs and everything so we can get Alan there and they can have a wonderful time together celebrating the season.
Man.
But what a blessing to be able to do that, because isn't that what it's all about?
Yes, I mean, seeing those people, my brother lives in Kansas. I don't get to see him very often as well. And so to know that when you're going through a life event like that, you have the
Right.
opportunity. Thank you guys for doing that. I know
Oh.
folks had the opportunity to, enter on your website, and that's, something y'all do every year. So it's just one of the many, many things you do for the community.
Something special that we want to do to make the season bright, because we're a whole lot more than a furniture store.
Oh, absolutely.
We really are.
And we appreciate y'all for supporting us, and protecting folks. I mean, frankly, it would be very difficult for us to do what we're doing without the support you guys have
Well-
given us. And so we really appreciate that.
Well, I know what y'all have done to save a lot of lives. So we really appreciate it.
So you mentioned that joy to the world is kind of your theme,
Joy to the world.
one way to do that, of course, this giveaway, but also obviously the store looking beautiful
Well,
here.
the store is decorated for joy to the world. Some people will be joyful when this is over with, and there'll be a winner, either Ole Miss or State. That's coming up.
I know. I mean, it's amazing how it divides folks up.
Over here, we've got Christmas ideas for somebody who has everything. These flowers are self-contained.
Mhm.
It takes them a while to bloom. It's a wonderful
Hold on,
gift
hold
for a
on.
shut. Yes.
Oh, I recognize those. Those can be really beautiful once they kind of pop up.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're amaryllis. These are sprouted more than, of course, these, but we've been selling these. And of course, I can't have the little ones. I gotta have the jumbos.
Of course.
That's the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's something you have to come out and see in person, just how pretty the store is here.
Yeah.
You have been running around here. I've been here about 45 minutes running around with all the rest of the folks here trying to make sure you're all ready for Black Friday.
Oh, let me show you this.
Okay.
Okay, this
Hold
is
on.
the number one.
Let's go this way.
Yeah. for Christmas.
Okay, now what is this thing?
This thing is a Labubu.
A Labubu.
This thing.
That's a large, apparently.
Yeah, I've never seen one. And I was out of town and I saw that and I thought, some child, old, I don't know, it's going to just have a fit over that.
That looks amazing.
It just, that's just a sought after gift. And then we've got things over here that.
So you all are ready for, Nutcracker coming up here in a couple weeks as well.
Week. Yeah, so you got to have tickets to Nutcracker. You can see up here at the top, we've got the Joy to the World. There's no place like home. All kinds of gifts, like this sweatshirt. You wouldn't think about a furniture store having things like this, but we're so much more than a furniture store.
That's a pretty sweater as opposed to an ugly sweater, right?
Yeah, I hope so. But we've got Peter's Pottery, all those great things. And then I've got the cookbook. Yeah, we've got the cookbook.
Yes, yeah.
Here.
So, you are, the store is going to be regular hours on Black
Yes.
Friday, which is
Yeah.
what you guys have been prepping for.
Yes.
So, lots and lots of different deals and stuff going on
But
out
the
here.
big deal that everybody likes is we're going to pay your sales tax.
Really?
Yes, we're going to pay
Hold
all
on.
your sales.
So the number is the number.
You get, the number's the number. What you pay is what, take it out the door. Yeah. We'll have refreshments. We'll have, there's the coffee bar.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
got to try
Okay.
this.
Okay.
I think what's in here right now is the caramel apple
Ooh, cider.
cider.
Mm.
Yes.
That sounds good.
And this whole area over here is, I call it Jerusalem. Joy to the world. We have, there's Candace. She worked so hard to keep it all together. We got the olive trees. You see the church up here.
You got the spiral trees with, of course, if you haven't decorated outside yet, those are just beautiful. I don't know if I can
They
put
are
those
the
outside.
porch. Oh yeah, I've got two on my
Okay.
porch. But then over here, there's baby Jesus up in the manger.
Oh, yeah, in the manger there. Our kids refuse to put the wise men with the nativity scene. They're like, they're still on their way. They're not there
yeah,
yet.
they're not
They have to
there yet.
travel over the
Yeah.
course of the month.
But one of our favorite things here is when children come to see Santa. We do that every year for regional rehab.
When is that going to be?
That starts out Friday and
Okay.
Saturday. You can go online and see the two different things. We've got a special event on Friday, Santa in his kitchen. Oh, and there's his sleigh.
Oh, look at that. Already here, parked and ready to
Yes,
go.
it is, with the reindeers ready to make that run coming Christmas Eve.
And a floofy little blanket there to keep them warm. Rudolph there.
Yeah, and the store is all decorated. Everything you need for your home, we've got it right here. We've got photo ops.
Mhm.
That is snowing, okay? So if you want it to snow for Christmas, Matt,
Uh-huh.
there
This
it
is
is.
the snow we can guarantee, right?
Yes, that's the snow globe right there. So, yeah, Room to Room 2025. But in here, this is Santa's den.
I think the thing that just blows my mind is like every direction you
Yeah.
look, there are Christmas lights, there are
Mm-hmm.
decorations. You guys have been hard and ready at this for months.
We have. No.
No?
We do this in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. Wow. But they work it. They really work it. Over here, you can take your own pictures with Santa. There's the Santa chair. Makes a beautiful background. It's a $20 donation.
The regional rehab.
Regional rehab or more if you want to give it. If you want a reservation, it costs a little bit more, but you have a set time.
That's
Then over
great.
here, we've got Santa's kitchen.
Oh, look at this. Okay, so is this from the cookbook?
Well, Santa has his own recipes. He does his own thing. He's got his little baker's Santa hat.
He doesn't reveal.
Yeah, you can go on and look at our website and our social media pages and can see what unique pictures you can get here. And we have a professional photographer to take photos in here if you want to. But you can do it yourself.
Like you said, so much more than a furniture store.
Yeah,
Full.
it is, we want to be a wonderland and a memory for children and families to have. And at the same time we get to do that, we get to help others in the community.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do. Again, joy to the world.
Joy to the world.
And excited for the next couple of days. Of course, hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday. You know, again, just thankful for all your support that you've given us, that you give the entire community.
No, we are blessed.
So are we, and thank you again so much. Okay, coming up here in just a couple minutes, we'll have a full look at the remainder of your forecast, including looking toward the Egg Bowl. And do you have any predictions on that? You don't wade in those
Honey, I'm gonna
waters.
tell you, yeah, I went to the W, so I was close over there to Mississippi State.
Uh-huh.
All bets are off with
Yes.
the Egg Bowl, right?
Every year, it's almost flip a coin, right?
It is, yeah. Ole Miss has a great,
A great team.
they've got a great team and a great record, but
We'll see how
I
it
don't
goes.
know. We'll see.
So anyway, we'll have that full forecast, though, in just a moment.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
The bravest thing that my dad has done has been going back to school.
It wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
The bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, welcome in here to the Room to Room Weather Center. Again, Matt was live in Room to Room, and we will come to him in just a moment. But it's a great looking forecast whenever it's coming to our Thanksgiving Eve, heading into our Thanksgiving holiday, but a cold one at that. 48 degrees there in Tupelo, dew points around 21 degrees. But take a look at the sunset. Honestly, take a step back and grab the popcorn. This is how beautiful of a show it is here in North Mississippi and Lee County right now. But this sunset visible no matter where you're at, with those Thanksgiving oranges popping up. Yes, just excited to get into that holiday forecast. And Matt joining us live in Tupelo with that forecast. Take it away, talking about those cold temperatures, but as well as a great thing going on here in Room to Room this week.
Absolutely. Again, I'm lucky to be here again, finding some snowfall. 'Cause I know everyone this time of year starts thinking when it gets cold, is it going to snow? Here inside, we do have a little bit of that in Room to Room. Again, mobile Room to Room Weather Center this evening. Temperatures outside at this time coming in the, for most of us, the colder category. Oop, I put it over top of me the wrong way. I got one of these days I'll learn how my gizmo works. But as you can see, clear there on Mississippi Live Weather Radar at this instant, as we are dry at this time and likely staying that way over the course of the next couple of days. We're 49 degrees in Tupelo. It's 50 in Amory, 49 right now for locations back out toward Bruce, Water Valley, 49 degrees. So indeed, definitely try to find a way inside to warm things up just a little bit more. Those dew points showing a lot drier air has settled in. That's part of the reason why there's no precipitation, no severe weather, nothing like that over the next few days. Just a nice, clear and dry forecast, though obviously going chillier. And this evening, as you'll note, dropping through the low 40s at 7, 39 degrees by 9, and 37 as we look toward 11 under what should be, again, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. Those winds finally calming down a little bit more, and that's certainly making a difference there. So as you'll note here, looking at Futurecast, feels like temperatures coming in the upper 30s as we head toward later this evening. Actual temperatures as winds calm down back into the upper 30s as we go toward around 10 to 11 o'clock, and then dropping back into the mid to low 30s by early morning on your early Thursday morning, of course, for your Thanksgiving Day. That 31 feels like temperature obviously has a bit of a chill to it. So low temperatures somewhere in the lower to mid 30s. Frost, I'd say likely certainly for tomorrow morning for a lot of locations. Certainly close to what we expect for this time of the year as far as lows are concerned, which is saying something. We've been just so far above that recently here, with future wind chills expected to be low 30s, maybe some upper 20s briefly to begin the day. And then we warm up, I think, to about 43 by 9 a.m. Warm up might be a relative term because you'll note here as we head toward noontime, we're still a bit of a wind chill temperature at 47 and the actual temperature at 50 degrees, but we're keeping it dry and clear on those northwest winds at about 8 to 10 miles per hour. 50 that temperature at 3 p.m. and expecting again to stay mostly clear and dry into the afternoon. So, I mean, as far as any regional travel is concerned, no issues there. And it's just going to be a pretty nice day for your Thanksgiving, obviously kind of wall to wall there. So high temperatures, lower 50s and upper 40s. That's a little below what we typically expect for this time of the year. It's clear, it's dry. Maybe it's good, snuggle might be overstating it because maybe that's a little closer than some of us want to be with family. But if closeness is a good thing for you, it's a good snuggling sort of forecast for tomorrow because it will be rather cool. And maybe it's just, just to watch a movie, sit inside, and just enjoy the conditions. Maybe it's just that post food, everything that goes along with that. We keep it mostly clear as we head into your Thursday evening. High pressure, as you can see, settling directly overhead. And so that ushers in a chilly start to the first part of early Friday morning with low temperatures on Friday, probably down into the lower 30s once again. As we progress through your Friday, we expect by the time that kickoff of that Egg Bowl happens, we'll have some clouds, but no precipitation there, and 40. So it will be cool, maybe not quite as chilly as tomorrow will be. And then as we progress throughout your Friday, expecting again the drop into the upper 30s by the evening and probably another cool start for early Saturday morning. So high temperatures on Friday, low 50s. So again, a bit below our normal for this time of year, 47 in Boonville and Red Bay, 52 degrees in Grenada, 53 in Greenwood there, 53 Belzona, about 53 for Greenville. So for your Thanksgiving forecast, much, much cooler temperatures obviously on the way there. As dry conditions move in, it will be a sunny day, but I mean, that 32 and 52 aren't exactly warm, but they're not super frigid either. Just, you'll definitely need jacket if you're bundling up to head out and about to wherever you're going, unless you're adding that natural insulation, maybe a little bit more on that stuffing. So obviously one of the big parts of this we're looking at is that Mississippi State Ole Miss Egg Bowl forecast there, and expecting that to be one that is cool with 40s throughout. I mean, the halftime temperature about as warm as we get, and that's upper 40s, maybe low 50s. The winds not quite as breezy as they were today or necessarily will be for tomorrow. So that combination there, hopefully helping things to feel slightly warmer by then. But obviously, one of the coolest games of the season for either of those teams. Here's hoping it ends up being a good game. And then our Mississippi High School Game of the Week, presented by Casey Lott. Last one of the year on our Game of the Week, and the pregame temperature coming in around 39 degrees. Will be 38 by halftime and 37 by the final snap of those games. Again, a lot of big games in our Game of the Week will be Tupelo and Oxford. In the Tupelo area is a really close call between that and the Bakersfield Calhoun City game. So excited to cover those this Friday night as we kind of wrap up what has been a fun but exhausting football season, certainly for a bunch of meteorologists covering sports. It's certainly been a haul, but we've had so much fun doing it, and we appreciate everyone for kind of helping us out with that. So looking at, again, the Thursday forecast for your holiday there, we're 33 in the morning, 52 as we look toward the high. But I mean, that high temperature is going to be probably maybe 1:30 in the afternoon, then dropping after that as we look toward a chilly evening. So you'll need to stay bundled up all day long. And then as you note, those morning low temperatures back into the upper 20s by early Friday morning. Friday's highs, we're looking low 50s. As we head toward this weekend, rain chances, even maybe some rumbles there possible as we look towards Saturday and also into Sunday. I do want to bring in with the double box here our meteorologist Gabe Maynard for a second as we discuss some of those weekend forecasts, and we'll kind of bring it back over to the 7-day again here in just a moment. Again, rain chances coming back then. We just came off of some storms earlier this week. Thoughts on the storm chances this upcoming weekend?
They're definitely on the climb, and one of the best ways to see those percentages is whenever these two numbers become a little bit more, I guess, closer put, not as much displacement. And so you have 44 and 52 by Sunday. With that very little change in our low and high temperatures shows that there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Kind of hard to believe whenever we're looking at the dry forecast right now.
But a lotta is a relative term, not like what we had earlier this week, right?
No. And I think that the severe weather parameters pretty much non-existent whenever we compare that to what we had earlier on this week. So not exactly tracking strong storms, but potentially a few rumbles of thunder there for Saturday as that frontal system works its way on in. But also, I do want to note, I mean, look at temperatures. We're not talking 60 or 70 degrees like we had earlier this week. This is still going to be a cool forecast. That rainfall making it feel a little bit cooler as well. And then beyond that point, we're cooling off once again right to around freezing and even a few upper 20s once that rainfall fully clears out. But a soggy couple of days, but still pretty much isolated to scattered, so not going to get widespread impacts all weekend long. There will be some breaks, and hopefully it rains whenever the Iron Bowl's happening so we can head inside, go watch that, and then we can head back outside and enjoy what's happening here in North Mississippi.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's bring that 7-day back up then for just a moment as we look toward the first of next week. Again, I think Gabe kind of nailed the thing that we have to watch on that, which is those low temperatures. When you see those, say, in the mid-50s or in the 60s, that's when we have enough moisture to produce severe weather. Luckily, that is a sign here looking over the course of the next week that we don't necessarily have that in play. And so that's a good thing. That means that we are probably going to just have, again, maybe some rumbles. And that's one of the funny things we were talking about here at Room to Room a little bit ago is you can get those rumbles that are louder at night this time of year because of the way the atmosphere stabilizes. So you have enough lift aloft to produce those thunderstorms, and the sound gets trapped closer to the surface, and it just rumbles longer there. So when you're in the 40s, we're not talking severe weather and any of these rain chances going forward over the next few days there. And Gabe, most of this next week or so remains a bit certainly below what we typically expect for this time of the year. But I think it's good, again, shopping weather for your Black Friday here at Room to Room. I've been looking at some of the Peter's Pottery here. Well, I can't say anything because Mrs. Lopon tends to watch this broadcast at one time or another, but there's a lot of great things here in their gift shop to check out as well. Regular hours for them in Room to Room on Friday as well as Saturday. And then Santa's going to be here to take pictures with the kids. And that's just, kind of a cool experience, of course. For all those parents out there. I think, Gabe, one of the things that you will learn when it comes to those Santa pictures when the time comes is it's kind of feast or famine. From time to time, the kids love them, and from time to time, the kids are on them. So it's kind of cool that you kind of get both ends of the spectrum as far as that is concerned. But Gabe, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you in the studio here as we sort of wrap things up from our mobile Room to Room weather center here. And again, that home for the holidays. So excited to be able to announce that winner a little earlier on in the broadcast.
For sure, Matt, and a big thank you to Miss Lisa and you for walking us through the store. I'm definitely seeing a few things that I'm interested in, so Mr. Maynard better watch out too. Might be swinging to Room here very shortly. But especially, this week, it's Black Friday, so we want to get out there and enjoy what's taking place here in North Mississippi with Small Business Saturday coming up this weekend. So what we'll be tracking here coming up tonight at 6 will be a latest look at that forecast whenever it comes to of course, Black Friday and Egg Bowl forecast. We're also talking high school football, and we're also breaking down those travel impacts that coming up at the 6 o'clock hour. And of course, if you have not done so already, go ahead and download that free app, free and available on iOS and Android today. We thank you to everybody who has went ahead and downloaded that app. That is where we are incredibly grateful this Thanksgiving season. So that's where we're giving back to you guys and saying thank you so much. And we hope that you guys are enjoying the product that you have invested in. If you want to, you can go ahead and email us, info@msliveweather, or reach out to us on the website at the bottom of your screen. And with any feedback that you have, we try to work those suggestions or anything that you guys would want into the show and make it happen. If it's weather related or like we've been doing all season long, sports related too, just anything that we try to do. And of course, highlighting a few small businesses in the area. Again, a big thank you to Room for partnering with us on this journey from day one. It's been such a blessing and such a fun journey, and we cannot wait to see where this takes us in the future. Our next I want to say our next broadcast, speaking of future, is at 6 p.m. Go ahead and join us here in about a half hour. We'll be walking through that forecast in more detail coming up here shortly, and we'll also be live at 10 talking the latest details on that Thanksgiving forecast. We know it'll be dry, but it'll also be cold. We'll take a latest look at those temperatures coming up at 10. We thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 6.
What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete, but it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You wonder how they're going to experience the real world in real safety, where all kids are welcome and everyone has a path forward to new skills, advancement, leadership, something they will carry with them the rest of their lives.